If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on notifications for more videos. Welcome everyone. This is Doe's podcast. I was just want to thank you today because today is, as you can hear, everything else, the cars and everything passing by. That's the only thing I don't like about this place. And today we are going to talk more the most important piece of your gear in your studio. The most important piece on your studio is your speakers. I'm gonna say why and why is that gonna be happening and why do I think that this is your important piece of your studio. It's also your microphone because it depends, what type of microphone and what's your feeling on your studio installation you have for your studio. One of those pieces will be your speakers because the thing is that when you are listening to something, you are actually listening to speakers. Like the headphones have speakers, but on the other way around, that is going to you be able to hear it, like your tone of voice. You're gonna be able to hear your music, your equalizers. Without your speakers, you're not gonna be able to hear anything. And without that, I already know that a lot of people are gonna tell me, "Oh, but you have your headphones." Yeah, I mean, also headphones are really good too. Also, depends when and how you're gonna use them. Because if I'm gonna use some headphones besides the speakers are going to tell you more details about your song, about your sound of voice and everything else. I guess when somebody is actually singing, you don't want to listen to everything on your headphones because you're gonna be doing all your production and your producing towards your headphones. It's not gonna sound right on the regular speakers, like in your car, in your home stereo. How you say it like that? I guess I think that most of this type of speakers depends what kind of speakers, but you have to go in the range that it costs more than $400 per speaker or more, yeah, to get the better wide spectrum of the speaker. The thing is that either when you get a full spectrum of your own speakers, it's not gonna get the regular sound with it. Speaker will be more focusing on wider sound. So when you are actually putting it all together on your sound and everything, like I said, this is one of the most important things on your home studio. Also, you're gonna get the one that is mostly sounding better. But one of the other things that you are going to listen up is your preamp. Like this preamp that I have right now, I'm using the Zoom H6. It's one of the best ones for me that I think that is great for your vocals. And when you're doing like production and producing a podcast or anything like that, I embrace this piece a lot as well. Also, your sound damping on it as well, because as right now, as you can listen, I mean, I don't have the best soundproof until I get a den box. That's actually the next thing I'm gonna get, a den box or so on. You can take out all the sounds around your studio. Depends. I live by a busy street, a main street. So for me, it's really hard 24/7 to keep the noise out. I try the best to do it. I mean, this is actually the best I can do for now. A lot of people are having problems with that too as well. It depends where you're at. If you're at like in the middle of a non-busy street and you have probably like airplanes passing up and down on top of you, then that's actually another nuisance with your sound. One other thing also, the sounds with the cars passing by, the motorcycles that have this type of filters in the back that makes it sound really hard. There's actually other problems about it. As you can listen to it right now, people really don't care about other people, their surroundings or anything, or what kind of sounds they generate when they're going really fast and generating a whole bunch of exhaust sounds and all that. You actually hear those sounds because also the exhaust and the wheels they have. The tires are the ones that make the sound much more pronounced on your microphone surrounding in your studio or in your house. Depends where you're at. A great preamp and a great mic, and also I think your speakers are the most important in your studio, because without preamp you're gonna be able to listen all your stuff unless you're gonna be using the computer, and the computer preamps they're really bad. So yeah, so the preamp, the mic, and a good set of speakers. pretty much in your studio. You'll be able to listen much better stuff with it. With the keyboard, like the keyboard, 36 keyboard or a 48, is also important, but not as much as the other one, because you can also use your keys from the computer. You can make it like in internal, MIDI. But this is not what we're gonna be talking today about. Probably for a next later episode. Right now, what I'm using is a Boss DC20 dynamic microphone. It's actually, I like it a lot. It takes out a lot of the noise surrounding. Probably in the future, I'm gonna get a electro something microphone. I don't remember the name of it right now, because I heard it really takes a lot of the noise around from it, even though most people don't need it because they actually have really good insulation on their studio, or depends where they're doing podcasts or they're doing voiceover or whatever they're doing. For me, that I live in a busy street, on the side of the busy street, it's really important for me to get a great microphone. So the insulation of it, I like these ones a lot. They do take a lot of the noise outside. And probably in the future, I'll be able to get another blanket, since I have a blanket, so I'll put 2 blankets, so hopefully the freaking sound just gets out, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do next, I believe so. Essential things that you would need for the studio. And also your voice, also how you give the energy on the studio. That's one of the most important things. It depends how you look stuff for over, but I think so the great preamp or interface and speakers in a microphone is the most important things in your home recording studio. The cons of it, of thinking that it'd be surprising that some people say that you need this type of mic to achieve this. You would just need some type of noise reduction around it. And a good mic, this mic only cost me $20. I didn't have to buy anything more than $100 to get the same feedback as the one of the top dynamic mics. For me to think that a $400 dynamic mic is gonna do the same job as this one, I think so they can be pretty correct. I like this microphone, even though it's way cheaper than $400, because supposedly that the dynamic mic takes a lot of the noise around and just listens mostly to your voice. I really want that to happen, but in the busy street that I live at, it's impossible. Getting towards the best you can do for your studio, I think if you're working like in a budget studio, if you're a singer, of course, definitely get a much higher studio mic, great preamp, and great speakers to get the feedback from what you're doing. Everything else can be inexpensive. It doesn't matter. The headphones can also be inexpensive if you don't use a lot of, or to do a lot of the production in there. So I rather just get a set of speakers, a great set of mic. If you work in the band, those also can also work with you. But we have a lot of places that you can buy a lot of great stuff from it, inexpensively to use. This is just a little bit of feedback that I think so that is also great for your home studio, and where you be able to spend mostly of your money with if you are a little bit in the budget, but also really important on the studio and make it much more better for you. That when responding on what is the most important piece or gear or of the studio, those are actually the 3 things that I think so is a much more of importance than anything else. How the floor looks like, how the panels look like, then how the monitors are looking like. There's some people, they swear that their sound of music makes it sound way better if they have this type of table for their speakers and their computer and everything else. I don't believe in that. I never heard anything else. Somebody said that. I saw this YouTube video that some person was saying that their songs are sounding way better because of their home studio table. I was like, is that true or not? I don't think so. But one of those outrageous things that I heard so far, that the recording studio table, where you put all your home studio at, like where you put your speakers, where you put your interface, your monitor and all that, they say that makes it sound way better than if they have like a regular table and they just put everything there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, tell me, guys. Let me know if you think that this is gimmick or whatever, I didn't so this is one of the things I heard so far. It's one of the most craziest things I heard so far. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you are in the podcast right now, go download this podcast, or if you are actually in my YouTube channel, go and subscribe to the channel. Also comment below and let me know what you guys think about this. I want to thank you guys for hearing this podcast. And till the next one, bye.